Hello everyone, it's your favorite realtor, Erika Hernandez with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Gary Green. I hope you had a fantastic weekend, and whatever you did, I hope you really enjoyed it. Weekends as a realtor is definitely different for me, so I try to squeeze in some family time here and there. However, it is a little bit hard because weekends tend to be the busiest time for me in real estate. I spend most weekends working with my clients, working with my buyers and my sellers, and going to meetings and showing homes. And I was showing all weekend, and I had an open house this weekend too. It's things I actually do enjoy, and so whenever you enjoy your job, you really don't feel like it's work. However, I do miss that free time that I would just be able to plan whatever I wanted on the weekends. Alright guys, I am so excited that you're back with me today on this beautiful Monday, and I hope you're ready to learn a little bit more about real estate. Thank you so much for all the support, and I hope that you really are enjoying my videos. I will keep making them until you guys get completely bored of me. Hopefully that will not happen. I just have so many topics to cover that there's just not enough time in the year to cover them all at once. So I do enjoy doing these videos on Mondays. I hope you enjoy them as well. Alright guys, so on today's topic, we're going to be talking about things to look for when you're purchasing a home. These tips are going to help you determine if this home is the perfect home for you and your family. If you would like to learn about the tips I will be giving when you're purchasing a home, please stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Erika Houston Realtor on Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram, and go to my website at www.erikahoustonrealtor.com. Alright guys, so let's get right into the video. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible so you don't get bored and don't forget too many things that I said today. I'm going to keep it short and simple. I will stick with the most important things and tips that you should consider when you're purchasing a home. Alright guys, so there's several things you should consider when you're purchasing a home. I'm not putting them in any particular order because every client is different and their priorities are definitely different too. So I'm just going to list all of them, and it's up to you to determine which one is most important to you. All of these are important, and it's up to you to decide which one is most important to you and which one will help you make your decision about purchasing a home. So the first thing on my list, again in no particular order, is location. So on this topic about location, there's several things you should consider. One of the things you should consider is safety. Obviously, we care for the safety of ourselves and our families. There are several ways you can find out more information about the safety of that neighborhood that you're thinking about purchasing in. You can definitely go online and try to look for some crime reports in that area and try to read that information in a way that it makes sense to you. A lot of times it's too much information, and it often online looks worse than it really is. So you use that piece of information. Don't base your decision off of that. There are other things you can do to determine safety. So oftentimes when I'm showing a property, if I do see a neighbor, I actually will sit there and talk to them in front of the buyers real quick and just ask them a few questions. Sometimes my buyers are pretty bold and they'll do it by themselves. They'll go to the neighbor that's out in the yard. I wouldn't say go knocking on people's doors and things like that, but if you do see a neighbor outside and you just ask them for a quick minute, if they're okay to talk to you, then you go ahead and ask them as many questions as you can. So you can also do that to determine how safe the neighborhood is. Another tip for safety is drive around the neighborhood maybe when people get off, so 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Around that time you see most action, and so I would recommend you go around that time. Also go maybe very late one night, and maybe you're out and you had a party with a family, or to find out what's going on during the nighttime. The other thing is that a lot of times we just talk to our friends when we're looking for a home and ask them what they know about the neighborhood. Oftentimes, maybe someone you know already lives in that neighborhood and can give you some really great tips. Still on this topic of location, the other thing is the proximity to your work. Now, you don't want to be too close to work. Obviously, you don't want a crazy drive every day. However, I tell people that oftentimes we also move work, and we may end up transferring to another location or just moving to a different job. And so, yes, base your decision on how close is this house to my work. However, you don't have to be super close because you don't know how long you'll be at that job. Definitely something to think about when thinking about the proximity to work. Again, we're still on this location topic. The other thing is proximity to your family. Guys, a lot of times when you're looking for a home in a particular price and you're not finding it close to everything you know, oftentimes buyers are considering moving maybe further away from the city to get that big house for the small price. It's all great and it sounds really good and a good plan. However, I have had some of my buyers come back and say, you know, it's really hard because I'm so far away from my family. Oftentimes when you have children, maybe it's best that if you are not able to pick up your child from school, sometimes we depend on our family members to help us out with that. And if you're way out there where no one really goes and it's kind of lonely where you live and you don't know anyone or don't have family nearby, then it may be a little hard for you. So definitely consider how close you are to your family, because I don't want you guys to end up regretting it, have to sell that house and then move closer to your family. You may end up with a smaller house, which now you're not used to that because you got used to the bigger house and things like that. So I just recommend you definitely think about this long and hard, the proximity to your family. Lastly, on this topic of location, this is a big one, right? Location. It is actually pretty big. The last thing is considering how close you are to grocery stores. Maybe if you work out at the gym, how close you are to the gym. If you like to go out on dinner dates, maybe is there any dining nearby? Or also, if you like to go shopping, is there any shopping nearby my home? These things are things that we enjoy to do on our time off. If you are not close to anything, it may become really frustrating for you. So that's another thing to think about. All right, next topic on our list is the actual home. So now we're going to be talking about the floor plan of the home. When we talk about the floor plan, we want to find out what is something that we are looking for. Are we looking for open concept? Are we looking for a split floor plan? With split floor plans, you have the secondary bedrooms away from the master bedroom. All comes down to, do you want to be close to your kids' rooms? Sometimes when you do have young children, you definitely do want to be close to them, and that's okay. Some families like that privacy, and so you have to consider what floor plan works for you and your family. If your family enjoys a lot of time outdoors and the yard is important, investigating the lot size may be something that you need to think about. Also thinking about the size of the home. So more space means more cleaning, more furniture. If you have a big family, however, this may be perfect for you. But if you have a small family, consider the square footage and how much space you actually need compared to how much space you would want. So a lot of times we want bigger and better, but sometimes that may not be the best thing for you and your family. Another thing to think about is, do you want a 1-story or 2-story? If you have young children, for example, a lot of times a 1-story is probably best for you, so you can stay close to your young children at all times for safety reasons possibly. If you do have older children, a lot of times a 2-story home with a game room upstairs is perfect. That way your older children have that space to just be themselves, do as they please. As kids get older, they just need more space, and so typically 2-story homes definitely works for them. Also, on this topic about the home and floor plans and all of that, I often tell families that they should consider something that fits their family right now. And so that's why I'm bringing up how when you have young children, what could be more beneficial to you and your family. By no means am I telling you what to do. It's just a suggestion. So always pick something that fits for your family now. On average, people move every 7 to 10 years anyway. And so don't pick a home that is possibly so big and you're planning ahead. Maybe you're planning that you may have 2 more children, so you want 5 bedrooms or something like that. Always plan for what you have now, because we actually don't know what the future holds. In the event you don't end up having those children, now you have a bigger home that you don't need. And so planning for your family where you are now and maybe a 5 to 7 year plan is probably the best thing to help you guys make that decision. Another topic I will briefly touch is the monthly payments on that particular home. So when you're calculating monthly payments, definitely you're going to be looking at what tax rate there is. Is this home in an area that requires flood insurance? Because that may make a difference in your monthly payment. So all these things will be discussed with your realtor when you're looking at a home and really considering making an offer. We can give you guys estimates of what that monthly payment is going to be. Now, on this topic of monthly payment, definitely pick a home that is going to be a monthly payment that you can afford. You don't want most of your check to go to the mortgage every month. You definitely want to have money to enjoy yourself and do things that you enjoy. Have money to pay maybe your car payment or credit cards and things like that. As you guys know, values definitely end up going up. They very rarely end up going down. If you're already at the top of your budget on your monthly payment, you're definitely going to suffer in the coming years when the home values start to go up. So pick a monthly payment that's going to be perfect for you and your family, and something that you can afford if it ends up going a little higher every year. As I promised, I'm going to try to keep it short. The last topic I will discuss is the actual mechanics and structure of the home. What I tell my clients is that once we are walking these properties that you felt like were perfect for you as far as location, layout, floor plans, all of that, I tell my clients that you are the first inspector of the home. So considering what kind of condition the home is in is actually really important to make your decision on moving forward on a home. What are you going to be looking for? Well, you can look at the roof as you're approaching the home just to kind of briefly look at what the shingles may look like. If there's any patching on the roof, or it looks old, or it just doesn't look right, or if it looks brand new, then this is something you really need to consider. While you're still outside, maybe take a peek at the air conditioning unit and the electrical panel. You guys will not believe how just looking at it can help you make your decision right away. If the AC looks really old, or if the electrical panel looks really old and outdated, that may be a reason for you to decide not to go with this home. And this is important because you don't want to end up paying all this money for inspectors just to find out that the AC was actually really old, or the electrical panel. So a lot of times you can find stickers that have dates and things like that. When you're inside the home, definitely take a look at what kind of plumbing there is. Possibly just open the door under the sink to see what kind of plumbing there is there. And oftentimes some homes have different type of plumbing, but just taking a peek will make a huge difference. Also inside, you want to look at if there's any electrical issues, possibly making sure all the lights inside the home work will also help you guys. Inside the home, you will also take a peek at the water heater just to see the age of that. Look at the stickers on that as well and see what the water heater looks like. Also, you may open the attic door, walk up there. You can't actually walk on the attic for safety reasons. However, you can take a peek at the furnace, or if the water heater is up there. Just really even just taking a look to see if it looks old or shiny and new. That also can help you determine the condition of the home. So definitely looking at these things, which are often missed because people get really excited about just the floor plan in general, and they forget to look at all these other structural things. I almost forgot to mention foundations. So seeing any cracks inside the home on the exterior will definitely help you make your decision as well. I hope you enjoyed my tips today, and if you have anyone who is looking to purchase a home, definitely share these tips with them so that they don't feel overwhelmed once they decide to purchase a home. They already know what things they should be considering that may help make their decision about this home. Thank you guys for watching today, and if you are still watching this video, I hope that you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos just like this. If you're either a buyer or seller yourself, or you may know someone who is going to be one pretty soon, you may even be a little bit of an expert on that topic, and you may be able to put your 2 cents in and give them some tips, and your friends and family may be really impressed with how much you know, and you can always say it's because of my trusty realtor, Erika Hernandez. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next Monday on my newest video. Thank you.